My name is James Donahue. One thing that I've always enjoyed doing is recreationally collecting and shooting firearms. It's been something that I've been doing ever since I could legally own a gun for 8 years. And it's just one of those hobbies that just puts you at peace and brings you to a whole new place, the happy zone. Yeah, I was a recent college grad. I was fresh out, just received my aeronautics degree from Embry-Riddle. Getting ready to start to find an intermittent place to settle down. 8 weeks after I graduated, on one of my first assignments for my new gig, I was a pilot. I took a trip out, so we had to recover a plane that was stranded over in Washington. On the way back from that trip, we crashed shortly after takeoff in Deming, New Mexico. Our plane came up about 500 feet. Something happened, came right back down. Both me and my co-pilot sustained head injuries and spinal cord injuries. I'm getting up and I'm doing steps with the assistance of a walker and braces. So he's walking independently without a wheelchair now. So I'd say overall, from where we were 2 years ago to now, it's been a tremendous, great recovery. The major barriers that I seen to face initially was getting back. How was I going to get back to work? There was no way that they let me behind a cockpit ever again. So I just kind of had to plan outside the box and see what life would take from there. And I feel like most of us would go through a depression in the beginning, thinking about all the stuff that I'd lost and all the stuff that I couldn't do anymore, when in reality there's hardly anything out there that you can't do. I didn't go back and shoot my first gun until a year and a half after I got hurt, because I was too afraid of what it was going to be like now versus what it was before, and it was silly because it was no different. It was the exact same. One of the biggest things that helped me kind of get back there was I had family who said, "Well, you used to do this all the time. Why don't you do it now?" And I would constantly say, "It's different. I don't want to do it." And they just they'd pleasantly nag me into getting there, and try and get out again. And it wasn't until one day my girlfriend just stopped at a local range that we were at and said, "All right, we're going." And I'm in the passenger seat in the wheelchair. It's not like I can just get up and leave. So she wheeled me in, and we just did it. Probably the accomplishment that I'm most proud of, and kind of took us a lot by surprise, as a T11, it's paralyzed from like belly button line down. So there was no hope of like movement. There was no hope of any recovery like that. So to being able to stand up and take that first step with the braces and the walker, that was huge. And then just honing on that from there, strengthening things from there, and then one step turned into two turned into 10 turned into a half mile. And every day I'm just very appreciative of the stuff that I was able to get back, and just trying to capitalize on it as much as we can. The thing that I'm probably really looking into right now is I hear that there's a way to fly again with hand controls. There's a lot of red tape, unfortunately, because our licenses are issued by the government, and anything with the government and disability takes forever, because government offices are open from 9 to 5 and take a 5-hour lunch break, so it's tough getting a hold of anybody. Something that I'm doing in the meantime now is I've taken a volunteer position over at the local hospital, peer mentoring newly injured patients. And then other than that, I play a lot of video games, probably more than a healthy adult should. And I take care of my little pug. His name is Kevin. This little guy right here. Hi, bud. Yeah, buddy. So this guy takes up a ton of my time because he's really needy. He surprisingly, for a little 20-pound guy, can pull me in my chair if the brakes aren't on. We have a dog park in the apartment complex I live at. He loves it. So the second we get outside, he will pull full force all the way to the dog park, which is nice because I don't have to push. It's just like a little sled team right in front of me. But he definitely takes me for walks. So I have some other goals in my life. I have a fantasy goal of opening a pug ranch. It's about 20, 30 acres. You have about 300 or 400 pugs. People pay to come visit them during the day because that would be an amazing attraction. Just lay down on the floor and just get absorbed in white little fluffiness. That sounds like a fantastic day. I don't know about you. But other than that, I mean, just the stuff that I had before I got hurt. Owning a house, maybe starting a family, living life, just doing all the stuff that made me happy beforehand, and the stuff that I thought that I was going to do before I got hurt. And now I just do it from a different perspective. That's all. Life's not over. it does get better. It may suck right now. Everything may seem bleak and dim, but the more time that you put in between the day that you got hurt and today, things get easier. So initially, the only thing that I could think of laying in the hospital bed when I got hurt was, oh shit, like this happened to me, like this is terrible. But I never really saw how it affected everybody else around me. So I didn't realize that my poor mother was ripping her own hair out throughout the night because of what happened to me. My girlfriend was distressed, and everyone around me, they sympathize. They don't want to see you in that kind of situation. But they came together in a big way. Most of my family comes from a medical background. My mother's a nurse. My sister's a nurse anesthetist. They were helping me kind of inch my way towards just getting independent faster. The role in family, I'd say, is be there to support them, help them if they need help, but let them do what they can do and challenge them to do more if you think they can do more. I know one of the biggest things when I first got home was I'd be sitting on the couch and I'd ask my girlfriend to go get me a glass of water or something, and she's like, "You can get it yourself. Just transfer to your chair." And I'm like, "Come on, I'm paralyzed." She's like, "No, go get your own water." But that's something that I could have done. I was just being lazy, and I feel some people fall into that hole of letting other people do stuff for them, whereas they can stay challenged and be challenged. And recovery can be 100% like all the time. You can do it at home. You can do it when you're out, and just challenge yourself to do more.